Spurge here with RevZilla, and in this video we're going to break down the Oxford Big Black Bike Stands available at RevZilla.com. First and foremost, I can't imagine that Oxford couldn't come up with a more creative name for these than the Big Black Bike Stands. We'll just go ahead and call them the BBBs for short. So this is going to be a bike lift stand that comes in around the $84 price point for either of the front or the rear stands that you're going to see right here. There is a premium option, which is a bit more rigid. That gets you up to around the $115 price point. As they stand right now, the BBB standards are going to come in with a 1.2-inch tubing. The biggest nitpick that I have with this is that there is going to be some flexibility baked in with this. I think they would have done a great service to themselves if they would have just had one extra bar of tubing going across the front of this just to add some rigidity in the middle there. But as it stands right now, this is an affordable bike lift that is going to be relatively universal in its capacity. So taking a look at the rear stand first, that's going to be the one on my left-hand side. This comes with two rubber L feet. This is designed to actually go under a swing arm, not requiring spools. However, it is going to be kind of specific to the swing arm that you have. It's not going to work with single-sided swing arm motorcycles, and you have to have a relatively flat point to get this under the swing arm. Now, the L brackets are removable. You're going to have little twist-offs right here. They slide right out. Once they're out, you can actually replace them with spool stands. Now, the spool stands, little V's, are going to run you around $23 for the pair. That is an additional accessory that you can add in here if you want a bit more security. Frankly, I like the spool stand. I think that extra little bit of V to get underneath the spool, just, you know, again, it helps with that extra bit of security so you don't actually bump the bike off the stand. From an opening standpoint, you're going to be able to adjust these between 260 and 355 millimeters. So just keep that in mind as far as the wide rear end of your motorcycle. Now, from the front stand, what you're going to see here is you have two posts that go out, that goes underneath the actual fork on your bike. So this is not going to be a stand that you can use to remove your fork tubes if you're doing a fork service. However, this is going to be a stand that you can use to remove your front wheel. So you would basically have the same design here where it would just kind of lift down, you put pressure on it, it pulls the front of your bike up. If you are putting the front of your bike up, would definitely probably recommend having the back up first and then do the front. Works a little bit more stable that way in my opinion. Now, like on the rear stand, the fronts are adjustable as well. You can slide this back and forth, and the width on this one is going to range from 200 to 260 millimeters wide. So again, this is going to be your very basic motorcycle lift stand. You do have two wheels in the back for extra support when you're moving this around the garage, and when you're lifting it up, you just have that extra bit of footprint at the bottom. My real critique here is simply the fact that I would have loved to have seen an extra support bar for rigidity just welded into the actual stand itself. But around the $84 price point for each, this is definitely going to be one of the more affordable stands out in the market to help you with those wheel removal jobs that you have in your garage. The beauty of this is you can pull the wheel off yourself and you can take the wheel in to have a tire replaced. It's going to save you money in the long run. If you take your motorcycle in to have the wheels or the tires changed and you're not taking the wheels off, it typically can double the cost of a tire change. So it's a lot easier to take the wheels off yourself. Just take them the wheel when you're getting your tires swapped out, and it just going to keep a little bit of money in your pocket in the long run. So for those of you out there that are interested in hearing what other riders have to say about the Oxford Big Black Bike Stands, you can always click the info button on your desktop or mobile device. You can read other rider reviews. If you're not sure as to which bike stand is right for you and your specific motorcycle, give us a call at 877-792-9455 or shoot an email over to cs@revzilla.com, and our gear geeks can help you find the right bike stand to work with what you're trying to accomplish in your garage. I want to thank you for joining us today for the look at the Oxford BBBS. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.